If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 54 of the Inter Milan career mode here on FIFA 15. We start with a very difficult tie away from home against Napoli in Serie A. Now obviously in the past episode we managed to find ourselves on top of the table at the end of it. Unfortunately on head-to-head ahead of Juventus rather than goal difference, because obviously our goal difference is worse than theirs, but they're starting an extremely strong side. Napoli still got Christian Benteke up top with Jose Callejon at cam, with Eduardo Vargas and Marek Hamsik out wide, David Lopez and Jorginho at CDMs, and obviously a pretty normal defensive lineup for them as well. No new faces in there, at least as far as I could make out anyway. But we're starting obviously not my strongest side, as again with all of these European games coming every week, we're having quite a bit of trouble in maintaining fitness within the squad. But I've definitely got the squad depth this year after the amount of money that we spent in the summer and in January to make sure that we can compete on all fronts and to a high standard as well. And we did start off playing to a high standard at the beginning of this particular game. As you can see, we're having all of the chances in the opening few stages. Brozovic a little bit fortunate perhaps to come out of that with the ball. Then Rodrigo, 9 times out of 10 he'll find the bottom corner there, but unfortunately pulled it a little bit too far and he went past the far post. But we're still continuing to be on top. This time it's Marco Sal trying to find some space in behind. Finds Cavander, gets completely wiped out, but Safir Taider continues the move going. Unfortunately though, his shot was well saved by Roberto. I'm not sure which Roberto it is in between the sticks for them, whether it's a Roberto that is already at Napoli or whether it's the Spanish Roberto from Olympiacos, whether it's a different Roberto. There are quite a few goalkeepers called Roberto, but they were going to have a chance of their own before the half was out. Fortunately though, Bernd Leno isn't beating his near post like he has been so many times this season. It shows good strength there to palm that one around the post, and actually very good dribbling feet from their striker to get in the position to have the shot in the first place. But needed good dribbling feet from Marco Sal here to work the opportunity to find the space to drill it across to Rodrigo, and this time he's not going to pull it wide because he can't really. He's stood right in front of the goal with an empty goal in front of him, goalkeeper out of position. 1-0 Inter Milan, but then forward came Napoli trying to get themselves back in the game if they could. Not really threatened too much other than that first chance towards the end of the first half, but good feet initially from David Lopez, though. No, it was Jorginho, I think. Here is David Lopez. Man over on the far side was expecting them to work it wide, and they played it first time through the middle to Jose Callejon. Completely split my defence. Lovely first time move. 3 first time passes with it ending up at Callejon's feet. First touch to set himself, and a brilliant quickly taken finish, which meant the goalkeeper couldn't get his feet set. So unfortunately, pegged back to 1-1. They just brought on Dries Mertens, as you can see, for the last few moments. But Cavander, I just got a little bit frustrated there, just having a shot. We're now towards the end of the game, but we beat the goalkeeper to it crucially there. Marco Sal gets us a winner in the 85th minute. I was really frustrated there taking the shot with Cavander because I hadn't been able to break them down at all in the second half. But we got a stroke of luck, a real stroke of luck with the way that fell to Marco Sal. But when you're at the top of the table, things just go for you, don't they? You always see that cliche. Things go for you when you're at the top and they go against you when you're at the bottom. Well, Napoli are near the top, but we're even further higher up. Still top of the table thanks to that victory, and we'll come into this game against Catania hoping to keep that top spot. Obviously, we need to match Juventus's results. They have won. As you can see, they've played a game extra than us. They've won their game, so we have to win here to make sure that we stay top of the table. Again, it's done on head-to-head before goal difference in Serie A, similar to how it is in La Liga, and obviously in England, in the BPL, they decide the positionings via goal difference first and then via head-to-head at a later date. In fact, it may even be goal difference then goals scored before head-to-head even comes into it. I'm not entirely too sure how it works when teams are that closely matched throughout the entirety of a season. I'm sure that there will be people in the comments that can confirm or correct me with what my thinking is there towards the BPL. But they get a little bit lucky with the ball, the way the ball drops to them here. But good save by Bernd Leno counteracts that, and they aren't able to take the lead, although decent shot by Castro looking for that bottom corner. Fortunately, it's not the 95 rated hero Castro that the streamer Castro got from EA, otherwise I think that may have found the back of the net. But they're somehow, again, breaking through after picking it off me. I have no idea what my defenders are doing here. They just kept falling over each other and I couldn't get the ball clear, and then luckily for me, he kicked it straight into the side netting when it dropped back down to, I think it was Rosina, but so lucky, so ridiculously lucky in this episode so far. We're really riding our luck here. But Stefan Jovetic makes a good turn here to try and find some space. Lovely Berber spin inside two defenders, but unfortunately, shot pulled across goal again. It seems to be a recurring theme in this episode, sadly. But fingers crossed we can actually find the back of the net. Unfortunately, though, as you saw there, he had a little injury symbol next to him, Stefan Jovetic, and he's actually hyperextended his knee. He's going to be out for 3 weeks after this game. I kept him on, though, for the remainder of this one because he seems to be perfectly fine. You can see scoring a goal despite being slightly injured on the hour mark, and we take a 1-0 lead. We took our time in getting in front, but eventually we did manage to do it, and Catania, you might say, it was even against the run of play because Catania really did have some really promising chances in that first half. They just were either unlucky with the finish or inaccurate with the finish, or it was a good save by our goalkeeper. It was a good save there by theirs, but again, the luck was with us, and it dropped straight to Paulo Dybala, who's able to put it into the back of the net. 2 quick-fire goals in the space of 8 minutes mean that we have a 2-0 lead, and then literally just 4 or 5 minutes after that one, Stefan Jovetic gets it into Safir Taider. We're going to work it into the box. Really nice run here from Taider. Good shot, well saved. Guarin goes in for it, and then it just trickles out for a corner. I just kind of gave up on it. Just kind of took my eyes off the screen, turned back to see the referee pointing towards the spot. No idea why, in real time, what had happened, because I saw the ball just trickling out and kind of let go of the controller. But you can see their defender here just put an extra foot in there on Guarin. No idea why, because the ball was going the other direction, but he gave away a penalty. Jovetic is going to step up to take it, and rather stereotypically, with the way that he's been playing so far for us this season, pops it into the back of the net. He's averaging almost a goal a game here, Jovetic. Obviously, we'll have a squad report next Monday for we always do a squad report in career mode on a Monday. So I may actually, rather than just show you his stats, I'll show you his scoring record since he's come in as well, because it is particularly impressive. But we're going to need him to continue that. But he's out injured, isn't he, for 3 weeks. So, unfortunately, we have to rely on our other strikers in the squad, including Rodrigo, Marco Sal and Paulo Dybala. We're in the semi-finals of the Europa League, obviously trying to retain that trophy. And there must be something about Spanish teams and the Europa League at present, because Sevilla have just won it in real life for back-to-back seasons. They got Athletic Bilbao in the semi-final in this half of the draw, and Valencia in the final of the other half of the draw. Obviously, I'm hoping that it's not an all-Spanish final, because that means we'll lose out. So we want to do our best here against Bilbao. Obviously, in the first leg at home again. I always prefer to be away in the first leg, personally. I like to come back to my home ground to try and solidify in the second leg, but all three, I think, of the previous fixtures, we've been at home first. At least I think we have. I think we have. We've given away an away goal against Galatasaray and Fiorentina in the quarter-finals and round of 16 respectively. So I really wanted to make sure that we get a good result here against Bilbao at home. But Taider with a rather extravagant effort there, overhead kick attempted. I've never seen him do that for me before in career mode, but unfortunately wasn't able to find the back of the net. Rodrigo's going to go on a really nice run here though, obviously very, very quick. Space on the far side for Cavanda. Has the shot, but it's a good save by Irithoth. He's not got the best of handling, but it seemed every time he made a save like that, he was quick to pounce on the rebound. So he didn't necessarily have the best of handling, but his reflexes were very good indeed, and he was always able to make sure that he got it there at the second attempt before any defenders were able to, or defenders or attackers were able to get to the loose ball. But Botta came close for them there at the back post with a header as we head deeper into the first half. Cavanda gets nutmegged there and then wins the ball and then gives it straight back to them. And then Ikem Munayin is going to play it around the corner to Adarith. Lovely first time shot, to be fair, from Adarith, and into the back of the net it goes. They have the away goal that we seem to be giving away every single round in this Europa League knockout stage so far. Really disappointed to have gone 1-0 down here, but we lost the first leg 1-0 to Fiorentina and came back with a good victory. We drew 1-1 at home with Galatasaray and came away with a good victory in the second leg. So I was hoping for at least the latter, the 1-1 draw, if not to be able to come back and get that victory in this tie, which would put us in a commanding position for the second leg. But again, Irithoth makes the good first save, not the best of handling, kind of slid at it with his feet almost, but had the reflexes to get back to it before the waiting striker was able to get there and put it into an empty net. And here, I was certain, as I played that back inside, absolutely certain that Marco Sal was going to bury that. You see from the shot from behind, perfect angle for it. It's a terrible finish. He's got all of that side of the goal to aim at, and he smashed it wide. So we do lose 1-0 at home in the first leg. Bilbao have their away goal, and similar to the round of 16 tie against Fiorentina as opposed to the quarterfinals against Galatasaray. But we have managed to come from behind before in this competition, and I'm confident that we will do so again, although Bilbao were an extremely tough side to play against. But we have returned to the top of the table thanks to that 3 points against Catania, still on head-to-head with Juventus, because of course their only 2 defeats this season are against us, as we've previously mentioned. There are only 5 games left in the Serie A season, so there's not long left for this second season all told in this career mode altogether, or at least in this second season. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to do a third. I haven't as of yet decided. I've got a few plans actually for what might be up and coming over the summer here, or just with me in general, not necessarily here on the channel. So keep your eyes peeled and ears open for a video regarding that in the next week or so. I probably won't put anything up until the end of the second season here at Inter before I announce anything, but I have a few plans in the back of my mind that I may act on, I may not act on. Again, as of yet, I haven't decided, but that's still to come. Anyway, let's concentrate on now. So we thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. There will be a stream tonight. I'm not sure what I'll be streaming, but feel free to follow the link in the description to check my Twitch panel and of course Twitch page, and of course I will be streaming over there at 8:45 PM tonight. There'll be a Career Mode Road to Glory episode tonight as well. It's Friday and we're in the transfer window in that series, so really looking forward to getting some action done. I haven't as of yet recorded it, so I'm looking forward to actually getting stuck into the transfer window in that series, but I'm waffling at the end as I always do. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.